Hello, today we're going to be talking about how to complete a hit chart for taking notes. Today we're going to be using an OpenStax sociology textbook. This is an online textbook that is available for free on OpenStax, but I thought we would use this because a lot of people take sociology. For using a hit chart, there are three categories that we're going to be looking at, and the first of those is headings. The headings are in the textbook. These are also usually the main ideas of that section. Um, so, for example, the title of Chapter 1 is An Introduction to Sociology. But when we come down here, we can see that each heading in the sociology textbook is pretty bold, as it is in most textbooks. Some of them are questions, some of them are just letting us know what's going to be that section's going to be talking about. So that's what goes into the heading section. I'm going to go over and show what this looks like in each one. The next part of the hit chart is the I, which is information, which is supporting details. What's important under this heading? Okay, so what do we need to know? What are the main concepts that they talk about without being, too wordy? And then the final thing that we're going to talk about is terms. That's the T in hit charts. And this is where you list major vocabulary words, also words that you don't know. So if you come across a word that you do not know what it means while you're reading and you really can't use the context clues provided in the reading to help you figure out the meaning, then that's a word that you should look up and define in this section over here. You should also, if you're putting key vocabulary there, go ahead and write the definition at the same time so that you have all of this for your notes for when you are studying later on. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the headings category. And one way of doing it, if you have a textbook that is digital, you can copy and paste the words into here, okay? And if you don't, you just type it in, or if you like handwriting your notes instead, which is my preferred method. I just can't show you how to do it online that way, so I'm just going to do the typing instead, but you can copy and paste or you can handwrite these. All of these are printable off of Canvas, and for any of the assignments that go along with that, you are welcome to either submit a digital typed copy, or you can take a picture of your handwritten notes and upload that as well. Either file will upload relatively easily on Canvas. So that part doesn't matter to me. So then you want to read the section with the idea of what is sociology? What do they want me to know about out of this? So as you read through, what would you put in? What is information that you would put in alongside of the information here? Now in this section, if you want to do bullet points, that's fine. If you want to number your it just depends on how you like taking notes. I like bullet points. That's just me. So that's what I'll use. But again, knowing what you like and what works for you is how you should always organize your notes. You should always organize in what is going to work best for you. So I'm going to look through here and see what I think is important here. So sociology is the study of people and societies. So I think that I'm going to put that in there as what this is going to be about, and especially when we're talking about the very beginning, right? What is this? This is giving us background information, but that is what sociology actually is. And if you have any terms that you want to put in here, then you are welcome to go ahead and put that in as well. So for now, I'm going to go down to the next section, and you can even put in what section of the textbook it came out of, so it's easier for you to go back and study later, like the 1.1 right there, so you know exactly where you were when you were looking at everything, okay? And again, I'm going to go down to where I'm pretty much level with this page here, or this section, and then put in the next bullet point. If I'm handwriting these, I do like to draw in lines, so I know where one starts and the next one begins, so I know I'm answering this question. After doing it digitally like this with typing it, you can go back in and add in your lines afterwards too. So what is sociology? And it gives you the definition right here. So a dictionary defines sociology as a systematic study of society and social interaction. And just for the sake of time, I normally would not do this. I would put this right into my own words. But I'm just really showing you how to do this more than going through. I want you guys to see how this is done. Now, in terms of what I want to put in my terms category, if you're reading through, this is a small section. What is sociology? Just giving us a basic definition of this. And if I see any words here that I would like to put into my terms category, which I don't see any in here, but if there are any that you want to add in, go ahead. So then our next header, right, subheading is what our society and culture, sorry. And I'm going to go down, add that in, go down one more just so I have space. I'm going to paste that back into, and I know that these are all under section 1.1, explaining what sociology actually is, okay? So I would read this section and then put in my notes here again, right? Like I'm just using the bullet points. And when you go down, you do need to, put in the bullet point again, which is no big deal. But I would put in any notes that I need from each section going down and through. When you get to some of the larger sections, these are very small, right? Since I see something that I can put in right here, I'm actually going to do this just to show you an example of what it looks like when you put in a term. Okay, here's a term from the text that is probably vocabulary for this class, right? So I want to come down to this section where I'm at, paste that in. I would also bold this so that I know that that's the definition, or I mean the vocabulary word, and then I would put this in too. Oops, I don't want to get that in. I might just have to delete that. And here's the exact definition of it. So, yeah, there's my N. Get rid of that. Okay, so now I have my first term in that category, and it's pretty, you may have more, but especially if you see a vocabulary word that you know could possibly be on the test, get it over there, get the definition down for yourself, so that when you do, if this is how you study using this set of notes, that's all you do. At least you have them done. If you do something else like make a Quizlet set, or make flashcards for yourself, or whatever other way you study vocabulary. And we'll talk more about different ways to study vocabulary later on in this course. But that is certainly a good way to do it, and having them all listed in the same area so you know what comes out of each chapter. Okay. Now you would do this for, say you have to read all of chapter 1 for that week. You want to go all the way down through and do each section, giving it its own heading and taking notes in that format. Again, you can put as many notes in here as you want. Just make sure you put some sort of spacing so you know that this goes with this, and that's where it is, right? 1.1, what is sociology? It is this. Okay, you can put in the lines to do it. I just don't have them on here, especially for when people are handwriting it. I didn't want to have lines that they couldn't go past. So this is the Word document that you can find on Canvas. If you have further questions, please reach out, and the next step in this is going to be you are going to have an article provided for you, and you will be filling out your own hit chart using that article. Okay? Um, thank you very much, and I hope that this has been helpful.